Hello friends, in today's video I will go over how I clean my kitchen, and also I have a fun recipe. It's going to be a surprise, and also I will give you a new recipe for my brine that I used to soak the meat that is going to be later on smoked in my electric smoker.
Should I let you go? Yeah, I gotta know if I'm gonna be yours, so don't you keep me waiting. Yeah, I have to know if you wanna be mine.
So the day I always like to start with the coffee. So this is like my to-go morning. Always relax before the busy day, and it was busy for me. Always when I'm at home, I try to clean, I try to cook, and coffee, morning coffee especially, it's that kind of like a relaxation for me where I can just prepare my body, myself for a busy day. So in the last video, I put that pork tenderloin and pork belly into the brine. So that was actually right now 7 days that I had to pull out everything from the brine, put this on the hooks and get it ready to smoke. And make sure the meat is really hooked on this one so they do not go down. And that was the 1/3 of that pork that I left, and from that we are going to do a lard. Yes, so in Poland we do use a lot of times lard, but I love this recipe because that lard, it's not only used for frying the food, but also you can make a delicious sandwich. Yes, sandwich. So for that you need to cut that pork belly, and the best is the more fat the better, and you need to cut that in small pieces, like very tiny pieces. And that pork you're going to put into the pan, but that pan, make sure it's like a taller pan.
Ooh, that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And ooh, like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go.
Set this on a medium heat, and we are going to do it slowly. So it's going to look for beginning like nothing is happening, but slowly by slowly you're going to get some results from it. And I'm just about to prepare the onions, and these onions we're going to drop into that melted pork belly, but that pork belly needs to be really nicely, like you can see, crispy already and melted good. And that onion is going to be tossed into it when it is off the heat. Why? Because you do not want to burn your onions. So for my lard, I cut the onions in small pieces because I like the taste of the onions. My mom actually, she drops the whole onion into the lard and then she pulls that onion out. So there are a few different techniques. I know that people also add apple into it. I never did. I like how it is. And the lard like that, my grandpa had it all the time in his house. I remember when I was a kid, I did not like that, but it was so good. Right now for me it is one of the best things. So when the lard is a little bit colder, we have to move that into a smaller jar. I'm not putting it into the large jar because I just want to have it easy access when I'm pulling it out. So just put this into different jars, and after closing it, leave it in the refrigerator. And the best is like overnight, so this way it will cool down totally and it's going to set like together, and it's going to be this beautiful white lard with a lot of crunchy pork belly in it. So I'm going to show you like that lard is so amazing that even after for a long time being in the refrigerator, these pork pieces are still so crunchy, and you can use that for frying anything like pork chops. I'm going to link the pork chops for you. You can fry that on the lard, and also you can do amazing eggs, scrambled eggs with this lard. So that sandwich I put it on, then you need to add a little bit salt on it, and this is that pork belly that I smoked. Oh my god, it came out so good and so juicy, perfect.
Should I let you go? Yeah, I gotta know if I'm gonna be yours, so don't you keep me waiting.
The pieces of the pork belly are still crunchy, even if they are in the lard. They are still crunchy, so delicious. Oh my gosh. I'm sure you're going to ask question, but it's so much cholesterol. Yeah, I know. I do not make that too often, but when I make, it's like for me a treat. Oh, this is so good. Like a delicious pork belly sandwich. Juicy and soft and packed with so much flavors. So if it's coming to a brine, what I used bay leaf, allspice, garlic, salt, curing salt, and I also added the little bit of a nutmeg and the mustard seeds. Lately I find out that the combination with the nutmeg and the mustard seeds gives so much good flavor, and it's so money packed. It is so delicious.
Should I let you go? Yeah, I gotta know if I'm gonna be yours, so don't you keep me.
And that was the time to scrub my kitchen. It was throughout the weeks of a lot of cooking, a lot of doing stuff, but because of my recent flu experience, I didn't have time or power to clean the kitchen, so I was like, okay, I need to get to it now because it's way overdue, the kitchen cleaning. So I love to scrub my sink, because when you scrub the sink and it's clean, it looks like the kitchen is clean too.
Ooh, that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And ooh, like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go.
After scrubbing it very good, I like to rinse everything and make sure that everything is dry around it.
Lost in the city lights, our love's electric, right? You make me feel alive. I know July is gone, you make me feel at home in the neon glow. As the leaves change color, I dive into you.
the time for the countertops. So I started to spray, and then I was like, wait, I need to pull everything and clean everything around it and behind. So this way I know that my kitchen is clean and all good. And at the same time, when I clean my countertops, I clean also the faucets and also the window as much as I can. And this way everything, including the behind sink, around sink, it's shining and perfect looking.
But I will try my best to carry on without you like you've done. Though I'm lost and out of breath, I will carry on without you like you've done. But I'm not over you. I'm not over you. I'm not over you. Yeah, my heart belongs to you. I'm not over you. I'm trying to see it your way, to figure out why you left. I know that I have done some things I do regret, and I don't blame you for leaving. I might have done the same, but it doesn't make it easy.
And this is the soda stream that my husband uses every day, and he adds the actual like a concentrated juice for the drink, and it is always messy, so it needs to be cleaned daily, but from time to time I like to scrub it really good all around it. So that was the time to actually do it.
That's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go.
And of course the next day I had to finish up because it was already too late to do everything, especially when I'm coming back from work. I'm already tired, so cleaning too much in a house, it's not the perfect time after work. So this time I had to tackle the kitchen stove, and I'm going to link that. It's like a paste, but it cleans so good the stove and the sink. And also I had to do something with the spaces in between my kitchen stove and my countertop, because actually when I cook, especially the amount I cook, the food gets in between those spaces, and that is a bad thing because it can rot, it can get bad. I decided to put those like a space rack kind of protection, and that gave me another trouble. So
Lost in the city lights, our love's electric, right? You make me feel alive. I know July is gone. You make me feel at home in the neon glow. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love.
So that's that stove gap covers, and unfortunately my house has floors that they are not straight. Yes, whoever built this townhouse, I think they should not be in a construction, because the floors over here are so not equal. So one side of my stove, it's like, oh yeah, it's perfect, and you can see that the gap was so bad on that side that I could not even put that in a way that should be. So I put it the other way to like kind of make it like a bigger. And there we go with the other side, where there is basically one part of the side no gap at all, and then closer to the edge of the kitchen stove and countertop there is a gap, and that's me fighting with it and trying to put that, like to move that kitchen stove, to do everything in my power, and then I got frustrated and more struggling even. I was like, why I cannot have simple solution to stuff, just to put it in and have it done. So finally I decided just to put it on like half of the space and just make it done, and that's it. I was like, I don't want to struggle anymore, I am so done with that. And after having the kitchen cleaned and nice, I like to turn on the candle so the house smells nicely, and it is so motivating to have clean house with a burning candle in it. And oh my god, especially that I love these candles. And then I was like, wait, that pan looks horrible. This is my Dutch oven pan where I baked my bread, and that looked so bad. I was like, okay, I guess I am going to do another task and clean some of my pans because they needed a scrub. So I was like, since I have this paste that it cleans really good, so let's scrub them good, wash them, and then rewash them again, because you don't want to have that paste just on the, like, I like to make sure that this paste is really cleaned off the pans, because I'm not sure if it's even safe. I was on the food side, but this is why I scrub the pan and then I clean it with the dish detergent.
Ooh, that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And ooh, like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go. Getting old don't bother me, 'cause with eyes that's been through life, it's so much easier to see who I am and who I wanna be. No, getting old don't bother me. Truth can be a bitter pill, but it'll do you right and set you free the way a lie never will. Like climbing up the steepest hill, but truth can be a bitter pill. And ooh, that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And ooh, like the river flows, life will take you where you need to go. That's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know.
And the last thing that I like to do is to wash the floors in my house. So That is I'm going to link that mop. I have a steaming mop and I like to use that method liquid. You don't have to rinse it, it's just perfect for washing it. Thank you friends for staying to the end of this video, and I will see you next week with a new video. See ya.
Should I let you go? Yeah, I gotta know if I'm gonna be yours, so don't you